Hello!
Hi, Xhafer.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I brought a friend over.
Awesome. I'm glad you could make it to the 200th episode Who Are You Christmas party that I'm hosting in my actual house and definitely not over a call on the internet. Come on in. Hello, friend.
Hi, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm Xhafer.
I'm Kristin. It's nice to meet you. I'm Conductor Kristin in the Discord for anybody who's there.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, Kristin. Well, come on in.
Awesome.
Watch out for the dog. She's gonna lick your hands a bunch. That's just her way. Yeah, she's adorable. Come on in. I got cookies in the oven, and we're gonna watch a movie.
Yeah, we have a special movie.
Is it one of those holiday movies?
It is. We're gonna watch a Hallmark movie, but we can't just watch any old movie, of course. So we had to find someone involved. So we're gonna watch 2021's Christmas Sale with Katee Sackhoff. It's got boats, technically.
It's got boats, and she looks great.
Yeah, she's running around. It's definitely a Hallmark movie, and we'll talk about that, I'm sure, as we.
Because I can't believe you all actually got me to watch a Hallmark movie. Let's just start with that.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about everybody's Hallmark movies. How much experience do we have with the Hallmark Christmas phenomenon?
0.
One.
First one.
The only one I've watched also had one of my favorite actors in it. It's called A Biltmore Christmas, and it stars John Frakes.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
yep.
the only reason
No,
I watched
okay.
it is because of Frakes.
If Biltmore Christmas is one, I've seen that too.
It is one.
It is, yeah.
Okay, that movie was fantastic. That led me to
That
believe.
movie was a lot of fun.
I thought that was a really good movie.
Agreed.
That was a quality above that I thought possible of the Hallmark. I just dismissed it as related in my brain.
Yeah. No, it is a Hallmark. And so is actually, I don't know. There's the Netflix phenomenon from last year. I'm pretty sure it's a Hallmark. If it's not like literally a Hallmark, it is a Hallmark-esque Hot Frosty was what I watched last year. It on Netflix looks like it's going to be a very sexy thing. It is not.
No horny break for you?
It's pretty cute and innocent, actually. He just happens to be a Frosty the Snowman who has turned into a very hot gentleman. That's all.
Oh, good for him. That's the dream.
Yeah.
If you're a snowman, I imagine. I did not watch Hot Frosty. I liked Biltmore Christmas. But yeah, it's funny because I heard about that through 2 channels. So I heard about it from Star Trek people because Frakes. But also, it was filmed at the Biltmore in Asheville. And one of my very good friends from college was living in Asheville at the time. And was all like, hey, they're filming this Christmas movie here right now, and it looks kind of good. We should make a point of watching it. Because he was living down there, but was going to have moved up back up to Michigan by the time the movie came out. And so he's all like, oh, well, when it comes out, we'll watch it. Because, it looked interesting, and it had some people I recognized in it.
I liked it too. I thought, and the Biltmore is beautiful. If you're ever in that area, you should definitely go. It's one of those historical places that is really kept up well, and it's a really interesting tourist stop if you're in that area. It's really beautiful.
Didn't the movie have also Robert Picardo was in it for like a second?
Yeah, a hot second at the very beginning. Yeah.
Was there anybody else Trek in that, or was it just those two? I can't remember.
I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, I for some reason in my brain there's like a third.
I don't see him on the cast
It's just the two of them.
list.
But it's funny the way that Frakes was definitely like in the movie, but they also billed Robert Picardo as like in the movie, and he's really not.
No, he's just a one scene cameo. But Frakes, he had so many lines.
He did.
Oh my gosh, he's the butler or the concierge guy, and he just chatters and chatters and chatters. And I was like, dude, you earned your money on this one.
Yeah.
Picardo is billed above Frakes in this movie.
That's what I thought.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Picardo is third billed.
How did he arrange that?
I wonder if there's a lot of stuff on the cutting room floor with him.
Could be.
That happens sometimes.
Could be. Or, Frakes is just like a cool guy who was like, yeah, sure, this will be hilarious.
Let me just get in here. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun one. Well, that's not what we're watching today because, Battlestar. So we got Christmas Sale. You guys ready to turn this movie on?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So we open in 1990 as a family and their awkward self-excluding +1 take a photo before trying to catch the wind, get out on the sea.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of this whole first 30 minutes when our characters are not all co-located is very jarring to me because it's just like this thing, and it feels like it's just like a train rushing to get us all together.
Uh-huh.
But a very slow-moving, awkwardly plotted, poorly scripted, and most of the people, this is their only acting credit train. So there's that.
Yeah, the Hallmark movie has to get us quickly into its universe. You feel it. But hey, remember Mom's sweater? You're gonna need that for later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but none of these actors are coming back.
No, I looked up these actors. Only one of them was even credited for this movie. The entire young version of the family in 1990, uncredited except for Dad.
Huh.
And
Okay.
Dad is in 700 episodes of Days of Our Lives. Everyone else isn't even on the IMDb page, has uncredited. They're just completely non-existent.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't count their lines, but I'm guessing they're under the SAG count. So
yeah.
we move forward to the present day. Nice Christmas pun. I see you, Hallmark Channel. Where Katee Sackhoff isn't looking forward to spending Christmas with her dad. Her character name is Liz. I'll be referring to her as that for most of the episode. So Liz is Katee Sackhoff. Baseline.
I think it's really fun that our Battlestar Galactica actress has dad problems at the start of this episode.
I referenced that numerous times throughout the episode.
I also think it's fun that her character's full name is Liz Darling.
Uh-huh.
So whenever she's referred to, it's Liz Darling, and that's actually her name.
Yeah. I was like, damn, if there is a Hallmark Christmas name out there, Liz Darling is it.
Well, and her dad is Dee Dee, Dennis Darling. Can you imagine doing that to your child? You're already giving them Darling as a last name, and then you choose Dennis. It's rude.
Yeah.
We cut over to Luke, who is very proud that he dressed himself today. Yeah, good for him. Get this man a gold star. He found the bare minimum.
Luke, is this actor from something? Do we know him?
I looked him up and then didn't make any notes. So
Okay. One of these actors is from Lost, but I don't know because I didn't watch Lost.
Oh,
yes,
Dad.
that's Terry O'Quinn. Fire Up Chips.
Dad
the
is
dad.
from Lost.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I made a joke to Xhafer in the Discord chat when you were saying this is the movie and this is who it stars, and I replied, "Are we gonna have a shot of just his eyeball?" Because that's the very first shot of the very first episode of Lost.
Oh,
Yeah.
is Terry O'Quinn's eyeball? That's funny.
Yeah, it's like a zoom out from the eye while he's on the beach. Yeah.
I'll talk about Terry O'Quinn for a minute.
All right.
I mean, I really like Terry O'Quinn. I think he's a very good actor. I thought he did a great job in this movie.
Yeah, considering.
Yeah, considering for sure. He's great in Lost. He's great. I mean, he is, if you haven't seen Lost and you haven't seen this, listener, but you have seen Star Trek The Next Generation, he is the bad admiral from the cloaking device episode from Riker's old ship. Do you remember that one? The one that's the Enterprise finale on accident? Yeah, that guy. That's Terry O'Quinn. And I threw out a fire up chips there because he went to my alma mater.
Aw,
So, yeah.
neat.
Yeah, he usually plays creepy bad guys, like not just villains, but high on the creepazoid factor. So I was really impressed. Like I bought him as this loving dad, and he didn't lean too much into the creep factor for this. I mean, he could have been like the weird small town guy, but he was just a guy dealing with grief, which I really appreciated. I mean, in terms of the most believability, like he's the actor that really sold this movie for me. I have lots of questions about this movie as we go forward.
Me
but
too.
I really liked him, and he felt like that guy in town that you want to hang out and play chess with.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like he's got some stories. I think that'd be a good hang.
Yeah.
Luke, by the way, I looked him up while we were talking, is Patrick Sabinoy. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. He is a Egyptian immigrant from Montreal.
Okay.
And he was in the Arrowverse on the CW. He was a policeman in The Flash, the police chief eventually, and in lots of the other Arrowverse shows from there.
Okay.
I see he was in 6 episodes of Homeland. He was the Persian general in 300.
Wow.
Let's see. He was a mercenary in The Predator, which I think is the bad one. Is that The Predators? I forget which is the bad one.
Yeah, it felt like because we have Katee Sackhoff, we have Terry O'Quinn. Like, we're not going to put just a total no-name dude up as the third in this main cast.
I mean, he's got some no-name credits, like elevator guard in The Cabin in the Woods, but that's still a credit. He was in Tron Legacy. Man,
How good.
he was in 5
Good.
episodes of Stargate Atlantis. The more I scroll. Anyways, good for him. Yeah.
All right.
So he's interacting with his mom a little bit. He makes a joke about barely being able to dress himself, and then we cut back to Liz giving us a little info drop about living at a swanky hotel because her house in Seattle had caught fire and needs to be repaired to be livable, but also didn't completely burn down. It's that middle ground where the house is damaged and you can't stay there, but also did not just get erased from everything. So,
Yeah, this house fire is pure plot device. We don't ever see anything about it.
All we know is she's waiting on the insurance money.
But what we do see in this scene is a lot of really bad hairdos. And I am not at all a fan. And I'm sorry, ladies who have long hair, just set my comments aside right now. I am not at all a fan of the fake blonde with all the roots showing. I mean, if you're going to be blonde, go blonde. But don't show me your roots. And I'm also not a fan of the giant, 6-inch in diameter curling iron that applies curls willy-nilly to everyone's hair. But for Katee Sackhoff, only at the ends. I mean, what even is this? So I really like how later in the movie, she just lets her hair go. She wears it in a ponytail or under a cap. But the other thing that I had to laugh in this scene is that everyone is trying so hard to have the best Christmas ever that everyone's face is plastered in this incredibly fake smile, including our darling Katee. And I just kept thinking in this scene, am I looking at her having work done? Is it that her face has been pulled tight by something else? No, it's just her smile.
It's just her smile.
That's really how fake she looks. And I wondered if that was a choice or if she really was filming this scene late at night and just dying to get out of there or what. But
hey, it works though.
Made me laugh so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real cheek to cheeker, really push it up there.
And the lip,
very
her upper lip
exaggerated.
kept going up.
I can't smile that big. It hurts.
Hey, as a fellow big mouth Katee, I can also really stretch it up there. So I identify with Katee Sackhoff's smile for sure, but I mean it's probably got some notes of that Hallmark, like we're in the big city right now, so everything is fake and we're all just putting on an act. But when we go home, we're going to be genuine and we're going to find genuine Luke.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, no. It's
Okay.
all the formula.
okay. That checks out. So we cut back to the small town of Portside, which is a weird name for a town. As far as I could tell, there is no actual town named Portside. It only exists in fiction. It's actually prevalent in the Cthulhu mythos as a fake town,
Cool.
which I thought was fun. I didn't dig into it, but I saw that and just kind of had a chuckle and kept scrolling.
So Christmas Sale is in the greater H.P. Lovecraft universe. Cool.
I mean, it can't be that far from Seattle because
Right.
Katee Sackhoff arrives by boat to this town, which I thought was a weird choice. So it can't be. It's boats move slow, like just the nature of like sailing in general. Your speed is typically capped by the amount of water you can physically displace and the size of your boat. So it being a not large boat means that thing took hours to go miles. And
Yeah.
it's just like, it's like a little dinky boat she's on.
It's not a ferry. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder, but I also just wonder about like the town of Portside. Like, so if we're in Seattle and we're sailing south, then technically it could be on the port side of the ship. Maybe that's why it's named that. But if it's a port, wouldn't it just be port and not port side? It'd be port something. And then I'm like, but isn't it two words? And then we see that it isn't two words. It's one word. And then I'm wondering if this bit is going anywhere. And then I realize it's not because neither is the plot.
Yeah.
But anyways, Luke gets casually propositioned for someone's niece as he goes to play chess with Terry O'Quinn's Dennis.
Yeah. Throughout this movie, we are trying to set Luke up with ladies
Anyone.
left and right.
Literally anyone.
Yeah. But he's not interested for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, he's gay, right? That's what's going on here. That was my assumption the entire time until he started kissing Katee Sackhoff. It was just all like, oh, he's just a gay best friend. Of course that's what's going on. That's why he's turning down all these women constantly. Not the case. Enter Liz's daughter, Hannah, who tells the worst joke I've ever heard, and you know some of the company that I keep.
Looking at you, Ben.
I didn't say it.
I just want to stop here and acknowledge that I started a carol count, as in Christmas Carol.
Okay.
And one of the advantages to watching with titles on is that often in parentheses it will say, plays Joy to the World, plays We Wish You a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
So there were a couple that were really hidden that I would have missed. But I saw 3 ships come sailing in, often plays when they have water shoot. So I just thought that was fun and not super creative, but I did start watching for like, okay, well, are we going to have Deck the Halls now that we're like hanging Christmas decorations? And sure enough, yes. So there were a couple of other places that I noted.
Good.
Extremely obvious placement of Christmas carols in the soundtrack.
Fantastic.
That's very good. Yes. So are you going to have a tally for us at the end?
Sure, I'll tally them
All right.
up. Why not?
After this, we're at the Christmas market, which Dennis says he would never go to throughout the course of the movie until he decides to later, but he's there now before anyone gets there anyways for some reason.
Uh-huh.
And he jumps in front of a little girl to save her from a falling Christmas tree, like she was in any danger whatsoever.
Right.
She might be mildly inconvenienced by this like 3-foot tree falling down near her.
Yeah, this was like not convincing setup of I don't want to call it special effects. Like what is it? I don't know.
It's like they just tied a fishing wire to a tree and pulled. It's rough.
I mean, let's be honest though, it's not like that much else exciting happens in this plot. So
Yeah.
a little fake Christmas tree falling drama was not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if like that girl is a stunt person. Like how early can you get into that profession? Or did they just say get someone who agreed to let them drop a tree on their like 5-year-old daughter? Like, so here's the bit. It's like I can't imagine being a parent hearing this setup like and going, yeah, sure, okay. Yeah, get that acting cred, get your SAG card. But also like watching it, I can't imagine that child being in any danger.
Nope,
So
none.
It reminded me of going on a Disney park ride, like It's a Small World or one of these other things. Like there are things that quote unquote scare you and things that pop out, and these animatronic trees or that go back and forth. Like I'm convinced that was on some sort of pulley, and you know the shot of her was actually some sort of cut. I mean, we could go back and watch it, but it's
I'm
she
sure
was
no
definitely
actual
not
danger.
in any danger.
But I also can't imagine being a parent and agreeing to let my child be in remotely that type of situation.
Well, clearly you've never met a theater mom, because theater moms are crazy. They will put their children up for literally anything to get them in the door.
Yeah.
And then once they've signed all the NDAs and everything, then they start trying to bargain with the director about like, well, wouldn't it be better if my child had a line here? And like, I just don't like the color of lipstick that you've chosen for them. Yeah. Oh, this is totally, the parents totally did this.
Yeah, there are no stunt people on this cast. I just checked the extended credits.
Fun.
So I guess Terry O'Quinn did his own stunt here as well.
Do we know, is this kid someone's daughter? Like one of the directors or one of the cast?
Oh, probably, right? Right?
It has to be. If they didn't give credits to the family at the beginning of the movie, you can best believe that this child is completely uncredited.
Yeah. It's I would even go so far as to think maybe some of those family at the beginning of the movie were just like relatives of people involved.
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking because one thing we didn't mention at the top is Katee Sackhoff is actually one of the executive producers. So, like, I'm wondering if this isn't like one of her kids.
Oh, wow.
That would be cool.
No
That would
clue,
be
but
cool.
I mean, it's something to keep in mind as we keep reviewing, is that I wondered when I saw that right up top if this is just her trying to do some kind of role where she's not in makeup and where she's not having to punch and fight and shoot weapons and do push-ups all the time. And, you know, I'm just wondering if this isn't a way for her to make her own fun and try out a different kind of thing than she usually gets hired for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely felt happy for her that she was getting to like be a normal person. Like, 'cause I don't follow anybody from Battlestar on social media because I don't want to be accidentally exposed to like spoilies. But somehow something did come across my feed that was from her. And she had posted this picture. I think she was in an advertisement, just like a print advertisement in a magazine. And she talked about how the team made her feel awful about herself because she was the quote, quote, fat one.
Yeah, I've seen
in the ad. She was the plus size girl, air quotes on all of these things. And like her distorted image of herself for a long time, because she said she was like 21 or 22. She was very young when she did this print advertisement and just had a bad relationship with herself and her body. And, you know, as I watched Battlestar and as I watched this movie, I was thinking about like that kind of thing and like how I just want her to be happy. Like Starbuck, her character is so unhappy.
Yeah, and that's an interview that you would enjoy watching when you get to the end. I don't remember enough of it to say if it's okay for you now, but she talks a lot about how even the dressers and the costumers would say, you need to lose weight, you're getting big, these clothes aren't going to fit you anymore. And, you know, we're not I mean, it hurts that that's something that women still have to put up with. And on her podcast, she also talks about her process after Battlestar of learning to love her body, because one of the things she talks about on there is that she's got autoimmune symptoms and that she treats her body differently now and, does regular massage and eats differently and does cold plunges and special kinds of exercise in order to maintain the level of fitness required for the roles she does. And that's also very interesting to me, that she's found a different way of maintaining her physique that's more healthy for her, and that she's also trying to be open about what she does to try to model a different way for women who want to be fit and be strong, but not punish their bodies in order to do so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't wait to be able to partake in some of the cast commentary from the show.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't, even if they don't say anything about actual plot stuff, I don't trust the comment sections to not say something about plot
100%
stuff.
100% you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, and then the algorithm will
wild.
get you too if you start clicking on these things. Yeah.
So when we're done, I'll send you the book. I think that's a good place to start, because there's some crazy takes in that we haven't been able to talk about.
Oh, no.
Except in the spoiler feed on the Discord. That's fun.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't wait to be there, too.
Channel. They can't wait for you.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
I got to say, before we leave this scene, that I do appreciate that Terry O'Quinn's character throughout the rest of the movie does treat the little girl rescue as kind of a joke. He's like, I don't know why these fools are so impressed.
Because
it's like, yeah, we needed that because we're not impressed either.
Mm-hmm. Liz tells Hannah about the old sailing ship decoration contest, which is the most Hallmark sentence in history.
Uh-huh.
I'm watching this with Beth sitting next to me, and at this scene she goes, "This is a Kennedy Christmas in Martha's Vineyard, but with way less cocaine and inappropriate sexual advances."
Mm-hmm. This is the wholesome version of that.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also a version of Elin Hilderbrand's novels. Like if she wrote a Christmas novel, this would be it. And Nantucket.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games here, though, until we get a call saying that Peepaw threw out his shoulders saving that girl.
Mm-hmm.
And Liz and Hannah have to run to portside. Luke greets them as they arrive, and she tells him that he looks healthy.
Awkward much.
Fuck. I have been thrown some sideways shade and greetings in my life. Never have I been told I look healthy. And I don't know if when I say it like that, it sounds like it's a bad thing. It is a good thing.
I almost greeted you this morning when I signed on. I almost greeted you.
I would have laughed so hard.
Very good.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
We're all looking very healthy, guys. I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that's some mean-spirited sociopathic bullshit right there. You look healthy. Dear God. At least he does throw it back to her towards the end of the movie, which I did appreciate, because I hadn't forgotten about that slight. Luke and Liz talk about her dad saving that girl, and it seems like it's a big deal. And the boat decorating contest now has a $25,000 cash prize. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
How much does this little town charge for parking if they are going to raise $25,000 every year? Because you can't tell me that the residents are the ones contributing. Like, we're talking tourists who come over on that very slow boat and spend the day at the Christmas market, which presumably the town also taxes a bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I didn't
see
$25,000 of revenue available in this town.
If the town owns the dock, if like
does the marina? Yeah.
The marina might generate a fair amount of income.
Uh-huh.
If it's publicly owned by the town.
There were some good drone shots of lots and lots of boats. So yeah, maybe
there were
like
a lot of
docking
boats in
fees.
this town.
Especially if this is like a quaint little sailing town for fucking rich people just outside of Seattle. There could be some money here.
Yeah.
This isn't like Port Townsend or something, where Port Townsend is a sailing town right outside of Seattle. That is one of the few places that still builds wooden sailing boats in the world.
Fun.
There's a school there and everything. They've got shipyards. It's really cool. shout out to Samson Boat Company on YouTube, where you can watch them restore a historic boat over 5 years and then sail it. Great fucking channel. Go check that out. But yeah, it's like, this is not that place. No one is there's no shipyard here. No one is working or repairing a boat here. So I got to imagine that this is a little upper class in turn.
Yeah, and somehow they're also making a ton of boat fees, docking fees off of Liz's dad, because he didn't sell the boat like he said he sold the boat.
That's right. She has to run down and see it immediately. And we're led to believe that this thing's going to be like dilapidated and untouched.
Yeah.
This boat is fucking pristine.
It's fine. It's just covered in crap.
There's
except
tarps
for the sail. The sail has a big hole in it, which is an important plot point for later. Chekov's sail hole.
Yeah.
There's the title. Ding, Aaron. Chekhov's sail hole.
There's a lot of Chekhov's devices in this episode. We'll get to it. But yeah, it's not even dirty. Like, if a boat has not been sailed in a while, there would be like algae and mold growing on the
barnacles,
side and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Barnacles, famous, yes.
Well, I think you only get barnacles from sailing. I don't think you get barnacles from sitting still. Barnacles will pass by when you're sailing and attach themselves to the boat. It's like algae from sitting still would be all over the sides of this thing, and it is pristine. This boat has just been touched up and power washed like it's about to be in a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, it's just a little junky. There's just junk on it. I was like,
there's some
I'm
trash.
not very convinced this is a dilapidated boat. They could have fooled me better if they had two different boats. Like, if you just got a dilapidated boat and told me this was the boat, and then later you fix it up and you tell me that's the same boat, I probably would have been fooled.
What I found interesting is that the reason it's full of junk is it's basically all of Mom's stuff.
Yes.
And when Mom died, which is, to me, the most interesting part of the movie, is dealing with what does it mean that Mom, who loved Christmas and made Christmas special every year and kind of made life special, when Mom died, Dad couldn't deal with any of her things anymore. And so he put all of her things on the boat, which is also why he hasn't been able to sell the boat, because selling the boat would mean dealing with the things.
Yeah.
And so, the corollary plot point is that Dad has not effectively dealt with Mom's death. Dad has just pushed all of that aside. And having lost both of my parents in the last couple of years, I really appreciated the way that all of this was handled. Like, I felt like the writing was really good in this area. The acting was incredible. We can keep talking about it as this plot point surfaces and goes away. But it seemed to me such an opportunity to continue the kind of poor writing that we saw at the beginning. But this was clearly an important motivation, and probably why, when these actors read this script, they were like, okay, I will do this cheesy movie because all of this stuff is really meaningful and really well done. So well done, Katee and team.
It's really well done. It feels very real to me. My dad passed 5 years ago. My mom sold her house 3 weeks ago. So a lot of my life personally, outside of podcast and work and things, has been helping her go through his stuff very recently. So like, this is very present for me in my life right now. And it is handled very, very similarly in ways that my mom dealt with stuff. So to be very personal about it, I thought it was very well done. I did get a little teary watching it a little bit because it was a little relatable. And so, I thought that was definitely, especially because you're right, this movie starts terrible. It's really, really rough. The dialogue is really rough for a while, but when they start to actually get to the things that they want to talk about and not just setting up to get to those things, it becomes a lot better. It becomes very real and well done.
This part was very real. Yeah.
Yeah. They get to Dennis's house, and it's fucking gorgeous. I want this kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And the stairwell, too. That open
Right?
living room with the double floor ceiling. Oh, so good.
beautiful.
Don't they say later that he and his wife were both teachers?
They sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on a teacher's salary, and this house is selling for $650,000. I mean, I'm sure there's some gentrification in the housing market changes in there, but fucking come on.
Yeah. In this economy, and he has a boat.
And he has a boat. And they're like middle school or high school teachers,
Yeah.
right? Like
He
taught
specifically said
geography.
it's a high school teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what she teach, did they tell us?
I don't know. I just caught that she was also a teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So Liz is all like, oh, we were going to stick around because we thought you were hurt. But, you know, once you're standing, and he's all like, I'm standing. You know, I'm on my feet. And so she's like, well, we'll just stick around through Christmas just to make sure. She asks about the boat when Joyce shows up with cookies. Luke has some token male interaction here and then goes to chase down Liz. Question for the audience. What's the Bechdel test but for men? I mean, this is not needed in any way whatsoever. I'm just asking for a friend. The friend is the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, Luke and his like best friend who also works for him, we
Yeah.
find out later. Like all he ever talks about is trying to get Luke hooked up with ladies.
Yes, it's literally the only conversation he has with another male character the entire movie. Even when he's talking to Dennis, that's what it's about. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
It must be fun to play these characters because there's like the best friend, and the best friend does have a wife that shows up a little bit, sort of. But I was like, man, that's the most fun character to me in the movie is I want to be the best friend who's just badgering you about when you're going to hook up with somebody.
yeah. Jokes aside, gentlemen listeners, if you've never experienced media that wasn't made for you, watch this one. You'll understand what women are complaining about most of the time
All of the time, yeah.
in media. Yeah.
There were a couple of other sort of reverse tropes like that. Like, for example, when Dennis is talking about how the reason that everything is kind of haywire with the house is because his wife took care of the finances. And also the whole thing with the coffee shop, like that Joyce is the main breadwinner of the coffee shop. Like the coffee shop is the center of town. And I don't know. I just, all of that I felt like were deliberate intents to take these tropes and mirror image them on purpose.
It is
Yeah.
kind of nice to see it. It's fun. Like,
I mean,
subvert me.
Isn't the whole point of these movies about the big city girl coming to the small town, falling in love, and leaving the big city? And at the end of this movie, isn't Luke ready to leave his life and move to the city to be with her?
Yeah.
He's gonna give it a
spoilers.
chance. Yeah.
So we'll get there.
If you didn't see it coming in the first couple of scenes or the scene where he plays chess with Dennis, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is going to be the boyfriend.
Yeah.
The other trope of these movies is that they are often whitewashed small towns. And I did appreciate the number of people of color in the cast in prominent positions, not just in servant or sideline positions. There were 3 interracial couples that were
Yeah.
prominently displayed. And I just felt like they'd really made an effort to make this town more like the rest of America is. And, you know, just assume that you don't have to be white to be able to afford property here. I liked that.
See, I have not had enough experience with Hallmark movies to know that that's how they are. And so I see and I'm like, oh, you know, this is nice and diverse. Probably like all of these movies should be, right?
Should be, yes. Are absolutely not.
Good to know.
Here's a fun exercise. After we watched this movie, I was curious about what other Hallmark movies are out there easily accessible. I had to watch this on Plex. I didn't enjoy that. So we went over to Netflix and just put in Hallmark movie. And if you just scroll through that list, it is almost always, there are a couple exceptions,
Mm-hmm.
2 white people. Woman is wearing something red, man is wearing something green on the cover. Like that's the formula. It's really funny to just like scroll through it and look and be like, okay.
Yeah, it sucks if you're colorblind. Can't tell them apart. My dad was colorblind, and he always used to say, like, yeah, Christmas is just all brown for me.
Aw, man.
Oh.
He wouldn't like my shirt very much.
Oh, yeah, stripey.
It'd just be brown stripes. Listener, I'm wearing like an elf shirt that has red, green, and white stripes. I was being very festive.
We also, before we leave this scene, we also get another musical trope. So we've had Carol Count is going, and we are now up to 4 because we've got We Wish You a Merry Christmas, but it shows up in a music box style. So we have sort of like organ and choir style. These are tropes of Christmas music. And then we have kind of like Michael Bublé, jazzy kind of style. And then we have the I forgot to mention over the chess game, they played I Saw Three Ships because they were on the water, but it was in the kind of Peanuts Christmas Boraldi style.
Yes.
So I'm also tracking all the nerdy musical styles, tropes of Christmas music that are going to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is shortly after here, Hannah discovers Dennis has listed the house. We quickly find out that the bank is selling the house out from underneath him, though. This is where we find out that they're both teachers as well.
Yeah.
So
I question the actual mechanics of whatever's happening with the bank in the house, but it's okay.
yeah, it's important for the plot.
Right.
Chekov's overdue mortgage, right? So Joyce comes over again when Joyce is there when Liz gets home. And at this point, my notes say, just tell her that you're banging her dad. Just fucking tell her, please.
Yeah.
Liz looks through the bills to find out how bad the news is in terms of keeping the house. And we don't get a number, but I do wonder if it's Chekov's $25,000 cash prize for Christmas decorations on a sailing yacht. Could it be?
Well, she does say that the insurance money to fix her house from the fire is coming. And she doesn't say it quite yet, but you can see the idea sparking that like, oh, I could help my dad.
Yeah. What about your house, though, Liz?
Well, isn't that insurance fraud?
Well, if you get X amount of money, like, so when your house burns down, they give you kind of a check for like replacing personal effects and things. It doesn't all have to go to rebuilding the home. There's a certain amount for like damages and items lost, but also like personals, like they give you money to pay for your hotel room and stuff. So you get kind of like money that isn't necessarily for anything in particular that you could probably use without it counting as insurance fraud. I would think. I mean, she doesn't have to rebuild her house. She could demolish it and sell the lot and move on and take the money. Dennis teaches Hannah chess before Liz and Hannah head to the Christmas market. This is, of course, an excuse for Liz and Luke to hang out. When she finds out that Luke has been playing chess with her dad, she gets real upset for someone with a very complicated relationship with their almost father-in-law in our normal viewing. That's how media works, right? Katee Sackhoff is the same character and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally not, like, demeaning to her work as an actress, right? Yeah. Totally. Cool.
One thing about Joyce that I've noticed as she comes back and forth to Dad's house is every time she comes, she brings another Christmas thing and just, like, leaves it at the house. So she brings, like, a Christmas plant at some point in all this. And like drops it here, and she brings like the Christmas tin of cookies, and that's here, and like the house is slowly becoming more Christmas. And it starts with Joyce because Joyce is like bringing in a bunch of stuff. It's real good.
Well, because clearly Dennis is not going to do it because that would require acknowledging feelings and grieving and things that he's not prepared to do right now.
To the point where in a couple of scenes where they come home and the house is decorated, Joyce is just hanging out in the background, like clearly had done all of this.
Yeah.
But Hannah also picks out a wreath here at this Christmas market
Yes.
that she brings home to Dad.
Yeah. And then it's suddenly nighttime. It's like broad daylight, and they're like, oh, it's almost time for the tree lighting. And then it's night immediately. Did anyone else? It was, I don't know, it was very jarring for me.
Time is very weird in this movie. Toward the end, I was like, what? How long is this fucking day?
That was actually the part that got me, because if they're supposed to be outside Seattle, there's not very much daylight at this time of year in this part of the world. I mean, I'm always appalled when at 3:30 p.m. it's dark.
Yeah.
And then I have to wait until 7 a.m. the next day to see the sun again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. At this tree lighting, we get a super dramatic setup for Liz to sign up for the boat decorating contest. It's like, is anyone interested? Going once. 30-second dramatic pause on Katee Sackhoff. Going twice. 30-second dramatic pause on, well, I guess. And then she raises her hand. It's just like...
I did like her facial expressions throughout it. I was like, yeah, sell it. Sell it, Katee.
But did anyone doubt that she was actually going to enter? No.
Of course not. Well, I guess Dennis did, because he is not pleased when she tells him.
Yeah. Boo, Dennis. He's such a Grinch.
Mm-hmm. After this, we go over to the next morning with the boat. We get an interior shot of Luke's boat real quick, and it has a fucking microwave. Are you kidding me?
Luke's just living on a boat. That's a big reveal for us.
I mean, if he's like houseboating, which he has to be, like, you're just, you have built your kitchen, your galley, designed to be in a dock all of the time, you would have a microwave. He would never be able to use that at sea. Like, the boat engine is not going to generate enough power to run a fucking microwave. And most of the boat's electrical systems probably don't carry enough wattage to deal with that. I was just like, the fucking opulence of having a microwave on a boat is just astounding to me. There's no amount of solar
Can you have like a generator
panels
on the boat? Is that a thing? Do people do that?
Well, you've got an engine, you know, especially because his isn't a sailboat, so his is running an engine all the time. But running a microwave on a, like, gasoline or diesel engine is still probably diesel. Almost all boats are diesel engines, especially boats like this that aren't like zippy boats. You know, it's like, that's a lot of power draw. Microwaves are a luxury. So I don't know.
It didn't occur to me. I was fine.
See, I read it. I don't know that much about boats, and I read it as, oh, he's kind of bachelor padding it, doesn't need an oven, he's got his beer refrigerator and his microwave and his hot pot to make ramen, and he's good.
Yeah.
Home is where my toothbrush is. Yeah.
Well, and also clearly needs a quote unquote woman because tropes.
Yeah. This guy can't handle his life. He's on a boat.
God, I love that she questions him on this, and because she questions him the exact way I would. We'll get to it.
It is very good.
They get to prepping the boat for the contest, and of course, Luke lives on the boat next door. He gets drafted into helping. And then Luke and his best friend Marcus talk over hot nuts. And Luke gets the day to help them out as Marcus volunteers to, like, run the construction that they're doing on, is this Christmas Eve? The day before
Christmas
not
yet.
Eve, maybe?
Yeah, I think it's like a week before Christmas at this point or something. I don't know. There's like, time is weird.
I got the feeling they left town the Saturday after the last day of school on Friday, because there was that whole thing with her daughter about, like, I got assigned homework over Christmas. Isn't this terrible?
Yeah. So presumably about a week. That's usually like ish what schools do, right?
Yeah, like a week before
June.
and a week after, usually.
Yeah.
Public school.
New Year
anyway.
and stuff. Yeah.
There is a lot of fun comedy business in here where like Katee and Hannah are making a racket and Luke is like, hey, it's only 7 a.m. like, and then like even the guy at the hot nuts stand has comments about Luke's love life. That's fun too.
Yeah, about the hot nuts. Wink, wink.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just like there's some good little like silly stuff in here. Like, no, it's not like prize writing, but it's fun.
Mm-hmm. Dennis goes to get dessert from Joyce, and Joyce is gonna get some dessert from Dennis. You go, girl. She's coming over for family dinner.
A little something sweet.
Yeah. He's going to cook. He's making a whole thing because he did get kind of parent shamey that I was a bit annoyed at that Liz is eating like macaroni straight out of the pot for dinner. And he's like, family shouldn't eat that way. And I was like, this is why she didn't talk to you, Dad.
Well, and if that's really the case, why didn't he cook on day one? If it's been so long since she's been there, like, come on, pony up, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all
She's
like-
a single mom. Like we've found out at this point that she's divorced, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and she works 100 million hours, and
Yeah.
her kid is remarkably well adjusted, and, you know, it's not a
Yeah,
big deal
let
to
it
eat
go, Dad.
macaroni out of the box. Come on.
At least she cooked something. She probably doesn't have time to do that most days.
Yeah.
It's just
Let
like,
it go, Dad.
give it a fucking break, old man. Yikes. Luke and Liz find some old photo albums and VHS tapes as the lighting crew earns their fucking paycheck. I was astounded at how good the lighting crew does in this movie. Like,
this
my
tiny little boat.
expectations were so low for what was capable production-wise for this movie that I'm guessing cost. I mean, it has to have. I have no idea what a movie budget for this would look like, but I have to imagine it's as cheap as possible is the goal.
But boats are expensive. Like having a boat seems like an expensive thing.
Yeah, like, and I mean, renting that house and stuff. I mean, maybe this is all just Hallmark sets that they've got around. I don't know. This. You could tell me this is the same house from 20 other Hallmark movies, and I'd believe you. I mean, there's 4 sets in this thing. There's the boat, there's the hotel, there's the house, and then there's the Christmas market, which is also 10 other things.
Yeah.
Even like when they're casually walking around town, it's always at the Christmas market. Even if they're not doing Christmas market stuff, that stuff's clearly in the background. So, I don't know. It just seems like they spent a lot of money on this lighting, or this lighting crew is just the fucking greatest. Either way, respect. Because the lighting in this scene, and a couple of the other ones we get, is just very, very well done. She invites Luke to family dinner, and when they get home, the house is now decorated, and they have their family dinner. After this, there's lots of conversations here. Luke doesn't say the thing he hasn't let himself say. He almost admits that he had feelings for her, but just can't bring himself to say it. She asks about why he lives on a boat when he's someone who builds houses for a living, which is
Very
the
I
good.
liked
correct
that
way.
conversation. It was
Yeah.
very witty, and it's a good question.
Yeah. That is the thing. It's all like, you live on a boat, cool. Why do you build houses? Why don't you build boats? That would make sense.
Yeah. It's a nice little wink at the audience of like, yeah, we know this whole thing's kind of silly.
Yeah.
We know. So we're going to tell you. We're going to have a little fun here, guys.
The next morning, we find the sails are in rough shape, as is Luke and Liz's conversation about relationships.
Okay, points for the segue, fair.
I was pretty proud when I wrote that one yesterday.
That's a good segue.
There's a Santa's elf B plot I have chosen to completely ignore.
Oh, that's just so we can get Dad and Hannah to go
Yeah.
away.
They
And
do a little
yeah.
bit, and it's Grandpa being cute and stuff, but like, that's
It is
that's the
very
extent
cute
of
when he
it.
puts on the elf hat finally. Like
Yeah.
the part of the elf plot bit is like, we're going to go get canned goods for the food drive, right? And we all have elf hats, and Grandpa's not going to put on the elf hat.
Yeah.
But then he does, and it's cute.
It also helps break the ice on him because he's spending all this time one-on-one with his granddaughter, and there's no animosity there.
Yeah.
There's so much tension when it's granddad, mom, and granddaughter all in the same room. And without mom there, it's just people having fun. And I mean, all of my favorite memories with my kids are them telling me all the fun that they had at their grandparents' house when I wasn't there. And, you know, I love that for them. I love that they got to do all of those wonderful things and have those experiences. I also love in this plot line that we see that she is her mother's daughter, because when they bring the gifts back, the attendant is like, most people just pick like one or two. And she's like, well, I thought it was important to do them all. So they have this huge pile of things that they're bringing back to the wishing Christmas tree or whatever it is they call it. I love that bit.
Yeah. And I think I like the conflict with mom and dad is actually a pretty like healthy conflict between mom and grandpa, I should say. You know, obviously like they're estranged and that's hard, but like when grandpa doesn't really react to the wreath that Hannah brought back and Hannah leaves, Liz does say, my daughter was trying to connect with you and like address it rather than passive aggression or excessive snark or something. Like it's like, actually that's pretty decent modeling of like handling this problem you and dad are having. Like you're rooting towards the actual problem rather than just being mean to each other.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and she also said at another point, she says, this is why we stopped coming back, because you decided how we were going to grieve for mom and didn't leave room for anybody else's way. And, you know, his reasoning for not reacting to the wreath was that it would involve emotions he's not ready to have.
Yeah.
And, you know, I liked that you used the word modeling, because I think those conversations, there was also this conversation between grandpa and granddaughter where she says, you know, why don't we see you more often? And she brings up to him in a way that I don't know that I would have done that with my grandparents. I mean, I didn't do it with my grandparents at that age.
I can tell you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known I could or should, or like it just
wouldn't have been
occurred.
acceptable in the family systems I was in. Like you couldn't actually have honest conversations when things were too real.
I just don't know that I would have even thought of it. So yeah, that's probably because of not acceptable too.
Yeah.
So after this, we get more of Liz and Luke, where Liz finally does the emotional labor and admits she had a crush on Luke growing up. And when I say finally does the emotional labor, I mean does the emotional labor for Luke that he would not do in the scene previous, to be absolutely clear.
Yeah.
They shortly find out that the insurance money won't be coming through in time. If there was some way to win, like, I don't know, $25,000.
If only.
Right.
Yeah.
Luke gets around to asking Liz to the Christmas ball-ish. He almost asked her out.
Yeah. Chekov's Christmas ball.
Yeah. And then Liz gets real fancy to go to the Christmas ball.
Oh, yeah.
And the Christmas ball is, of course, at the port, is at the market, is at the tree lighting.
Yeah, I found the set very silly. I was like, wait, you're telling me I'm supposed to believe like a fancy Christmas ball is happening here? But okay. I was so distracted by how great Katee Sackhoff looks.
She must be so
didn't
fucking
really
cold.
care.
That's all I could think the entire time, because this is all outdoors.
Yeah.
And she's like, she's in this beautiful blue dress doing the thing. And it's just like, you have to be fucking frigid right now. This time of year, you know, just in Seattle, like the snow, you're on the water. It's gotta be so cold.
It's a pretty dress, though.
It is, yeah. The Hallmark lighting team fucking they put up all these beautiful lights and they're just out of focus in the background. It is like the shots of them dancing at the Christmas ball. The lighting is so fucking good again. Well done, Hallmark.
Mm-hmm.
Are they all like this? Do they just have like an ace lighting team?
I mean, Biltmore Christmas, I remember being very vivid and beautiful too.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the trope of Christmas movies is that it's all about the way that the light shows up, right? Whether it's like the light in our hearts or the lights on the tree,
Okay.
or there's something about moonlight often, or I act like I've watched a lot of these. But yeah, there's always some move of some sort of conflict, darkness that gets broken by the light. Cue Leonard Cohen.
Yeah. This whole thing with the Christmas ball is where I was like, this day is just infinite because we had working on the boat in the morning, and then we had going to the market and Stance's elf stuff. And then we worked on the boat some more, but this time as a family because Dad and Hannah have had time to like bond. And then we go home and everything's decorated, and somehow
Family dinner.
yeah, Dad who had the broken arm, not broken, but you know what I mean. He did something to his arm. Lifts Hannah up and like she puts the star on the tree, and then we go to this Christmas ball.
And this isn't even the end of the day.
No,
There's more after this. I am
Yeah.
exhausted thinking about that being in one day.
my God, like I don't know how you would do it. I couldn't. I don't have that in me anymore.
It's so much shit. So much shit to do in a single day. Dear God.
Yeah, because now we're gonna dance at
Yeah.
this gala and admit that we're like in love with each other and stuff.
Always had a little bit of a little crush. Aww.
Uh,
But, you know, they kiss, and then they're like, well, I'm not moving to the big city, and I'm not moving to the small towns. This isn't going to work.
yeah.
Yep.
So Katee leaves, and I'm glad that somebody thought to like have her go tell Dad, like, hey, I'm gonna go make sure the daughter is okay. Because that could be easily overlooked. Mom just left. But she asks Papa to take care of Hannah, and she goes on home and gets comfy to then have a conversation with Dad.
Yeah. He's got some of the old stuff they found, the old projector slides and stuff. And he's going through things. He's talking about that trip that they never were to Galapagos
Yeah.
that they never took.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just some islands outside South America is how they first describe it or something. And then they're like,
Yeah.
the Galapagos. And I was like, oh, yeah, you could have just said the Galapagos.
I had a moment there where I'm picturing this boat and I'm thinking, okay, you're going to sail from Seattle to the Galapagos. That is a commitment.
Yeah.
So assuming that they're in Seattle or outside of Seattle, it would just be south all the way down until probably about Guatemala, Nicaragua. And that's when you'd stop sailing by the coast and you just head south. But this is a huge trip. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Distance-wise, soft math, similar from sailing to the United Kingdom to New York.
Oh. Yeah. Famously difficult, too.
I mean, so there's like, I don't want to, I'm not an expert sailor by any means. I've never sailed, right? But there's like kind of two types, I'd say, of sailing. There's sailing when you're by the coast and you can stop for port and you can do things like stop and get food, right? And then there's like, you're in the fucking water sailing. Like, you do not see land sailing. Where you are days away from your ability to contact other human beings. And the amount of that you'd have to do is a lot less than sailing across the Atlantic, which makes it a significantly safer trip because when you
Sure.
run out of food and stuff, that is the problem. But fucking yikes. That's
Today I'm learning that the Galapagos Islands are in the Pacific Ocean. I thought they were not there.
I had to Google it. But yeah,
I
they're in
still think
Ecuador.
you'd go along the coast.
Yeah.
For as much as you can.
Sure.
yeah.
But I think you'd go all the way, like Panama, all of that. I think you'd go and yes, it's a
down
little
to
bit farther
Ecuador
different.
and then over.
I think you'd make the loop, and then once you get like, now I'm not saying like the exact latitude, but I don't think you do all in a sailboat like that. I don't think you do all of that,
Any open water. like,
that much open water. Like, I think you'd go maybe to
Yeah.
Cali and then go over.
I mean, they're not really coastal islands.
Yeah.
kinda out
no,
there.
it's a kind of out there. This is interesting.
Yeah.
But it's where the tortoises are, so I want to go. Give me them tortoises. Big old boys.
Yeah. But anyways, he talks about selling the boat to keep the house here. And then they talk about, mom and dealing with the shit. And I don't have a lot of notes here because I was too busy in my fifis.
Yeah, same. Yeah, lots
yeah.
of feels here.
But
Yeah.
it was a very good scene. And they both did very good jobs with the acting, and it made me feel things. So,
Yeah. They did really good jobs talking about mom, and then, they get that out of the way, like acknowledging that mom loved them a lot and we're hurting. And dad also acknowledges, hey, it seems like you might be hurting over something with Luke too. Do you want to talk about it?
mhm.
And I was like, man, that's some good conversation we've had. I'm very proud of everyone in this room.
Yep. Luke talks things over with his mom, too, who encourages him to live his life for himself and not to sacrifice and constantly for the family. And he instantly decides to give up his small town life. He's all like, you're right, Mom. Fuck this town. I'm leaving.
Now, I did think, as preposterous as it all is, he could presumably park his boat off the coast of Seattle for probably 10 times the rent and
Yeah.
find another construction type job for probably the same salary. And then he could be a kept man because she has her big hotel job.
Exactly.
Because we don't have to make math work in these movies.
Yeah.
No.
Well, even in a couple of scenes when they talk about making it work, he's all like, oh, I was thinking about, taking some contracts and doing some construction over by you. And she was like, oh, well, I was thinking about coming down and visiting more. So it all works out in like 3 scenes. But before we get there, the sail parade starts. And I got to admit, most of these floats, pun intended, are pretty lame.
Yeah.
It-
Just like, I don't know, Home Depot decorations on a boat.
so like,
I thought
mean,
that was
one
the point, though.
budget,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. It's definitely feels like a thing where it's all like you're not allowed to like be in a nicer dress than the bride at a wedding. It felt like that, where it's all like they purposefully played these other ones down to make, the titular Christmas sale all the more impactful.
So I went to our small town's Christmas parade this year for the first time.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
And Appleton, Wisconsin is in the heart of what's called the Fox Valley, where there are a bunch of little small communities all surrounding the Fox River. And I had no idea what to expect. There were so many marching bands, and I loved seeing so many kids playing instruments and in their wool uniforms. They were not cold at all. We had a bird's eye view from the second floor of this building where our business major and the business center is. But I also saw a bunch of floats that looked like, okay, this place advertises on their banner that they carry in front of their float. They've been in business since 1955. And I'm betting that the decorations on the floats were purchased in 1955. Or maybe 56. And they've been, repainted and restrung. Now, there were some newer things that I found really cool. But there was just a lot of, I wondered if that was kind of what they were going for here too. There were
Yeah.
over 100 entries in our small town parade, so that part was really festive and wonderful. And my favorite entry was this group of women of a certain age. They called themselves the Golden Gals, and they were basically in cheerleader uniforms, and they had these pom-poms in their hands, and they were getting after it.
Yay!
It made me so very
That's
happy.
fun.
That is wonderful.
We get to the main deal. The boat comes through, and it's so pretty. And then Dennis moves one of the sails so that it can act as a projector screen, and they put up the slideshow. And Luke comes out from under the deck to ask her out. And I'm just like, if he fucking proposes right now, I'm turning this movie off.
I
that
was
would be
really thinking he was
absurd.
going to propose.
Well, he got down on a knee and everything.
I
And I'm all like,
know.
holy shit, he's going to propose to her, and they've kissed once and they haven't even been on a date. Like,
And it's all traumatic too, because like when Dennis puts up the sail, Liz is like, no, don't do that. It's got a big hole in it. And he's like, no, it doesn't. And then, they've ramped up the tension and stuff. And
Yeah.
this is where involuntarily tears start leaking out of my eyes.
yeah.
And I'm so mad about it. And I started screaming at the TV, damn you, Hallmark.
This is when Beth texted you about the movie making her cry not being fair. This was that scene. And my notes even say everyone starts crying, from the people on the pier to Beth on the sofa next to me.
I was so bad about it. I was like, how dare you?
I did think this was super modern and creative to turn the sail into a big projection screen. And the,
Yeah.
the theater conductor in me was like, okay, well, that's actually a good use of budgetary resources. And also the photos that they chose, I found really moving. I think that's what got me, because like Joyce was in there, and then the selfie that Liz and Luke had taken with little Hannah. I
old
mean, like
cam,
all
yeah.
of that. And there were just a few photos, but they were both backward looking and forward looking. And I was like, oh man, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And it also made me like really root for them. Often in these kind of tropey stories, I'm just like, yeah, well, good luck. Like
Exactly.
this story is tied up in a little bow right now, but tomorrow we start really living. And this time I just felt like, okay, y'all have a shot. Good. Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They acknowledge that like there's a life to keep on living here. He's like, I'm going to try to take more jobs in Seattle. She's like, I'm going to try to be around here more. So it's more like this is the beginning of something rather than we've wrapped it all up and it's all on a bow. Yeah.
Yep.
Because another thing not mentioned in this whole thing is they mentioned that Liz had a husband, but it's like, what is custody like? Nobody acknowledges that there might be another dude who gets to see Hannah 50% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, their situation seems really one-sided from our perspective. I guess
Yeah.
it would. I can't imagine wanting to spend a lot of time talking about your ex-husband given everything else that's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the only time he gets mentioned is when Luke brings him up. It's like the reason
Yes.
I didn't ever say anything is because you came back and you had him.
Yeah.
And I was being respectful.
Yep. So they win the $25,000 prize. It's the next morning. We see the trophy. Dennis says he's still going to sell the boat. Luke and Liz are going to make it work. And Joyce joins the family photo, awkwardly framing the start of the movie.
Yeah. And we're having Christmas morning on the boat, too. That's important.
Yeah.
We're not in the house. We're on the boat.
Yeah. You spend all that time decorating the house to spend all that time decorating the boat to spend it on the boat.
Yeah.
I mean, you only got the boat for so many hours. You gotta film those scenes.
Yeah. Be on the boat.
And that's the movie.
It's a movie.
So credit to Aaron for this one. On a scale of 1 to 12 days of Christmas. How did you feel about this one?
Well-
Kristen is our guest.
Guests go first. Yeah.
Those are the rules.
I thought about this because I figured you were going to ask for a rating. I give it a couple of points for what I mentioned earlier about the intentional diversity. I give it a couple of points for taking some of these tropes and turning them on their heads. I give it a couple of points for the meaningful conversations that were had, and also another point for deciding to treat the ending as really a beginning of the next thing, like making it viable that whatever happened here was going to continue to evolve, that we weren't just going to end this and then, be divorced in 6 months. And then I give it another half a point for actually touching my own feels, and another half a point for really well done conversations and display of the grief of losing a central family member, and how that radiates out not just between husband and wife and mother and daughter, but then into the community too, that the mom was really a central figure in everybody's lives. So I think if I did my math correctly, I end up with like 7 out of 12 days of Christmas.
All right.
Okay.
For me, this is 6 geese a-laying. Because it started as a big old goose egg, but turned it out okay. I ended up enjoying it a lot more than I thought I was going to after the first 20 minutes.
I guess I'm coming at it from like the universe of what is a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And this is in the upper division,
Yeah, for sure.
I think. So I'm going to give it
I liked
9
it.
ladies dancing.
To be clear, I liked it more than 6 geese a-laying, but I can't resist the bit of making the goose egg joke. So
Mine would be 7 swans a swimming alongside the boat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. My 9 ladies dancing are dancing on the boat because they are very talented ladies who can do this on the water. Yeah.
Who also attended a ball in a very cold dress.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah.
all right.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back next week with Season 3, Episode 11 of Battlestar Galactica, The Eye of Jupiter. I did read the description last ep, I think, but in case I didn't, Tyrell discovers the Temple of 5 on the algae planet. The temple may hold the Eye of Jupiter, which is believed to show the way to Earth. The Cylons take a keen interest in that discovery. Athena learns that her baby Hera may still be alive. Did I leave that out of?
I
I
think you
totally
left
read
that
the
out last
description and
time.
I left that out. Oops.
Because I was like, algae planet. Yeah. I can't wait to see algae. Cool. I hope they do something with that because algae's fun. You left that out, man.
Oh, I do that sometimes. I edit these most of the time to keep spoilers out. Okay, well, that's enough then. I won't say anything else. You've got enough of a tease.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with that one. Kristen, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh,
and
thanks
being
for
welcomed.
having me.
Thanks for coming to my house
Yeah.
in real life.
Thanks
and
for the cookies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they turned out great. The brown butter, raspberry, dark chocolate chip. Fantastic cookies.
I need the recipe. Please send along. Yeah.
I will, because they're actually, I just made those. They're fantastic. Yeah. And thanks for coming by.
Well, I was going to say that maybe you should come over to Xhafer's piano with me and we talk about a little something special.
Oh, yeah.
That would be awesome, because I've been thinking that one of my favorite parts of Battlestar Galactica is the music. I mean, Bear McCreary, hello.
Ugh.
And this is what made him famous, this show. And you and I have this special connection of being involved in opera. And I am sad that people don't hear you sing. So I think we should offer the audience a little Christmas card from
I think that would be
us
wonderful.
musicians. I had fun thinking about what should go on in the piano if we're talking about Battlestar Christmas, and I went to the 99-page piano collection of
gosh.
Battlestar tunes, which you may purchase when you get to the end. It's widely available on Hal Leonard, and it was
You weren't kidding when
tricky.
you said nearly 100 pages. Yeah.
And I had to make sure that all of the music that I was pulling to include in my backing track were pieces that you'd already heard, because there is some really stunning stuff coming. No spoilers here, but the dude can write, and the music continues to be a really integral part of the show, not just themes that he creates for characters. But that's all I'm going to say, is that the music continues to be really important and really, really, really cool. And I think I've mentioned in the Discord that you'll want to go to his website and read his blog. And he talks about how he came up with stuff and why he chose the things that he did, why he chose the influences that he did. And some of it is because of how the music worked in the 70s version, but some of it is just things that he liked and that he thought would be evocative. And so let's make a little Christmas card for the listeners.
Yeah, let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Battlestar Christmaka. Yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough.
thanks so much for that. Kristin, where can they find you on the internet if you want to be found, I suppose?
Sure. I am not super posty, but you can find me at Kristin Conducts. That's Kristin with 2 I's, Kristin Conducts, on Instagram and Facebook. And my website, if you want to find out about my work as an opera conductor and educator, it's just myname.com, KristinRoach.com.
All
Great.
right.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
sharing.
Award-winning Kristin Roach, I will throw in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's
this has been
sweet.
so much fun. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. And thank you to Jeremy Siegel, jeremysiegel42.bandcamp.com, the only Jeremy Siegel 42 on Bandcamp, as far as we're concerned, for our theme music. We appreciate you so much, Jeremy.
And thanks to Angry Duck Time Machine on Instagram for the podcast artwork.
Aaron, we put you through the ringer again. Do it every week, it feels like. Thank you so much for editing our podcast. Appreciate you.
And listener, if you want to come share some holiday greetings in the Discord, hop on over. Link in the show notes. We would love to share a little holiday bevy with you.
Yeah. And
tell Laura how awesome she sings.
right.
Shut up.
Well, we'll see you on New Year's Eve, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.